Making my second cup of coffee of the day. Yeah, it's not even morning anymore, but I decided to make another cup of coffee because it's just been one of those days. Yeah. So let me finish making this and then I'll have a chat. So yes, good morning, but it's actually afternoon. It just turned 12 o'clock just a few minutes ago. Lighting's really not the greatest. That's one thing in this house that I will not miss. There's multiple things in this house that I will not miss. No house is perfect, don't get me wrong, but I will not miss not having, let me show you. So there's a ceiling fan, which is great, but like there's no overhead lighting. So we literally rely on lamps, and there's just not near enough spots in the house to put lamps in this section. So it's just been something we've had to deal with the last 3 years. And when it's dark and gloomy out today, well, it's starting to get a little bit brighter. It looks like we're going through a small bit of no storms. We've had like 3 tiny little storms move through this morning so far, and it's just a gloomy day, hence the sweatshirt and the second cup of coffee. Yeah, this house has been great for the 3 years we've lived here. It's a little smaller than what we're used to, but again, it's just the two of us. Obviously, long story short, when we rented the house in Georgia, it was a big 2-story, 4-bedroom house, 2.5 baths, and we did that because we knew that we would have family to come visit, and we were also pregnant at the time, and we all know that didn't work out that time, nor ever so far. Sorry, getting off topic. Anyways, when we were searching for a house to rent here in Florida, we literally had 3 days just like we did back in Georgia, and we basically were sold for what's outside, and that is having our pool. That's just one thing that when Brad and I like sort of compared the different places to rent, this house was smaller, older, which again is fine. It had some things that we liked, some things we didn't like. Now that we've lived here, there's a lot more things that we didn't like about this house, but again, that's a totally different topic. But one of the biggest things that I dislike about this house is the lighting here in the living room. Like, it's just so dark. When it's gloomy like this today, or even at nighttime, like it just is annoying. But yeah, I'm having my second cup of coffee of the day, which this cute little mug, you guys can see it says, "Oh, hello" on the inside. I actually just received this as a present from my nephew's, I was about to say girlfriend, but no longer fiance, because he just proposed. Yeah, my eldest nephew, of course, not my youngest soon-to-be 4-year-old. Yeah, my eldest nephew, he just got engaged just a few weeks ago, and I'm so excited for them. So when I started to pick up the camera just a little bit ago, making my second cup of coffee for the day, I realized I never really said good morning. I filmed a bunch of small little random clips. I was doing just some tidying up around the house and never said good morning, good afternoon, or anything. I'm just gonna quick put those clips in here. Again, I'm getting used to this whole idea of being back to vlogging, and then of course sharing more of like our day in the life. I gotta love these like random small pieces of hair. They always fall down when it's like humid and raining and stuff, and obviously it's been doing that. But I'm gonna go ahead and insert those couple clips and then I'll be right back to chat with y'all. Welcome to rainy season in Florida. And forget to bring the towels in from the pool season. They actually got left out overnight last night, and it rained last night. So they were still wet, and I'm actually about to do a load of towels anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal. But they're getting a pre-wash right now. All I feel like is I've been stuck out here doing laundry for pretty much like the entire morning. This garage is such a mess too. Yeah, this is where our washer and dryer is right now. And it still works, they both work. I would love to get like a new washer and dryer for the house, but I don't think it's gonna be in the budget for now. But anyways, I still have like my Norwex stuff to do. I have a few more towels to grab inside, plus the two that are sitting outside that were wet from the rain from today and last night. But yeah, this place is a madhouse, like a madhouse. So, oh Jiminy Crickets. So funny story. Well, first of all, this amount of stuff is normally not out here, but we've slowly started packing since we knew the house started. So back in like April, I started packing things, boxing up stuff that we had used in bins and stuff before, which I still have like some over here too. Anyways, funny story on these. I was selling a few things online, which I'm still selling a little bit here and there as I find stuff. And then I also use these boxes to send stuff home, like for Christmas, that kind of thing. So long story short, I thought I had ordered 6 boxes. I'm like so embarrassed to say this. I didn't realize that I clicked 6 packs of, I think they come in like 20 or 25. And, oh sorry, it's getting loud. The funny story is, because of COVID and everything, our local post office couldn't take them, even though I'm still using them, well, some of them to mail things out. So it just doesn't make sense. But I tried to take them back because obviously like I had so many. So now I'm using them to box up stuff because I don't know what else to do with them. But like I have things color coded. You can't really tell, but orange is stuff that was all in the living room. I don't know, like over here I have like other colors, those are already packed up and stuff, but this entire mess needs to be gone through. These are like a ton of shells that we've collected. Some are already clean, some I need to clean. These are from our most recent beach trip. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is normally not in the garage, but we've just slowly tried to gather as much as we can because of the fact that 1, my back, and 2, it helps us sort of like purge through things too, which is really good. As you can see, this is like all yard sale stuff here. But yeah, funny story on the boxes that I felt bad just like recycling them, so I'm using them to pack our stuff. I didn't know what else to do because they wouldn't take them back. Time to fold the pool towels / beach towels. And yes, these are all Vera Bradley towels. Y'all have to remember that I used to work for Vera Bradley, so of course I always got them whenever there was like a really good deal going on, and then used my discount. These are, even if I didn't work for Vera Bradley, this is not an ad obviously, but even if I didn't work for Vera Bradley, I would 1000% buy these over and over again. Some of these towels have been, gosh, since 2013. Some of them are getting a little bit frayed at the bottom. None of these here, but other than that, like they have lasted so well. Yes, they've gotten faded, but these are my favorite towels. I'll probably end up getting maybe some new ones at the end of season this year just to sort of add to our collection, but love these towels so much. Waiting for a repairman. That's a whole other topic for this house. Anyways, one of our sprinkler heads out front has never really like fully worked properly since we moved in here, but it's been fine up until now, of course, when we're about to move out. And now when we have a sprinkler system on out front, it's literally shooting like a 15-foot geyser, and thank goodness we noticed it happen before we left for Tennessee, so we were able to put in like a work order for it. So I'm waiting for the maintenance person to come. They're supposed to be here between 10 and 2, and it's 20 after 12 today. So just waiting for them to come. I was gonna head out and run a few errands if they had come earlier, but I guess I'm just gonna wait to do that tomorrow or another day. And I guess it's sort of good just because it's been raining nonstop. So I've been trying to get motivated today to continue / start a little bit more packing up the office / craft room area. I do have, I don't know if you guys can see it, those boxes behind the chair here. There's 4 boxes that I did pack up before we left for Tennessee, and I just started creating some more boxes here. I'm about to do this one here. It's like my to-do list of things, stuff for today, stuff for before we move in, that kind of stuff. Anyways, and drinking my coffee. But I just wanted to quick show you, I know I shared just a few minutes ago my little funny story about these postal boxes that they couldn't take back, and I don't need the amount that I have, and I don't want to just go recycle them because we're moving and they come in handy. So what I've decided to do, I think I showed it a little bit, I basically am taking just whatever color crayon. I color coordinated each room in the new house with a color crayon, and I'm just scribbling on the outside. I'm doing all 4 sides, so all 5 sides actually, the top 2, so that I know what room they'll go in. And I'm not sure yet who's going to be helping us move. We're thinking about family, Brad's side of the family. We're trying to, you know, square that all the way. If not, we're gonna have to hire some guys to come help us because of my back and everything, because Brad can't do it himself. But anyways, I'm using these boxes since our local post office would not take them back, which again, I understand because of COVID and stuff, but I obviously didn't need, oh my gosh, how many packs did I get? I think I got like 100 boxes because I thought I was ordering 5, and they came in a pack of 25. I selected 5 packs instead of 5 individual. So it is what it is. But they wouldn't take them back because of COVID. So like I have like no other choice, and I didn't want to just destroy them, you know? So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I have my little basket here that I keep all of our shopping bags that we have from grocery stores, that kind of stuff, over the last, what, 8-9 months. I've been really trying to stock up in this area because I use this stuff to help wrap all the stuff that is breakable, just because it's a cheap way to reuse something that you're going to recycle anyways, and you don't have to buy a ton of, you know, bubble wrap, that kind of thing. I try to use my reusable shopping bags when we go grocery shopping typically, but anytime that I know we have like a move coming up, I use just these. I know it's not the best, but it is definitely getting repurposed because of using it to wrap things to protect them versus going out and buying like that brown wrapping paper or the bubble wrap, that kind of stuff. So eventually they'll get recycled, and then we'll go back to using the reusable shopping bags for grocery shops and shopping trips, that kind of stuff. But I sometimes do just get these at the store because it is nice just to have a few of those sitting around the house every now and then, because sometimes you do need them for other things. But typically that's what I do. But for now, inside here is all the stuff I've been saving. We probably filled this up like 3 or 4 times already because, like I said before, we've been trying to really pack as much as we can these past couple months since the house started, just so that it's not as crazy at the end, especially with my back and everything. If you guys look, you can see like our shelves are empty. This one not so much because I have some random stuff on there, but like this bookshelf here, down here is like empty. That bin of stuff usually is in like a different decorative basket, like that's our electronics and stuff. So that's what I'm working on. I'm also working on this stuff here, which is the 2 binders that I have for our house stuff. I have some new things that I printed out that I want to reorganize, and then there's a few other things I want to update in those 2 binders on our house construction process kind of thing. So that's on my to-do list for today too. But right now I have 5 boxes almost ready. Just have to scribble on the purple color for the craft room and tape it up, and then work on trying to get stuff boxed up. So my goal is just to get these 5 done in a little bit and then work on that. Anywho, that's what I want to work on right now. I'm going to try to get these 5 done. I can't sit on the floor too long with my back, just because it hurts sitting here. Gonna put the camera down for now. I'll see you guys back, and hopefully my goal is to get this done in like an hour. So gonna time myself. It's like 12:30. Let's see how fast I can get this done without being in too much pain. So fingers crossed. One last thing before I start. I never really showed y'all this room. It is literally atrocious right now because I never really felt motivated to get this organized. I don't know why. I started to hang some stuff over here, which this is like my collection of pins, which I have a ton more that we've purchased over the last 3 years. I just never put them up. Hopefully in the new craft room I will get motivated to do that. There's just a random bunch of junk down here. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that like looks nice still somewhat is back there. But I know a lot of y'all wanted to see what was in here, but this window right here is like right by the pool and stuff. Just random vase here. I don't know. Anyways, this is what that room looked like. It's just a really tiny room. It's actually not like a complete room. This is like open to the living room and kitchen, if y'all can see that. So it's technically supposed to have been like, I guess, if they would have left this open, like, let me step back. If they would have left this open and not like done the enclosure, this would have been like more of the formal dining room. But it was nice to have this separated off so that we could do a small sort of office. I keep saying office instead of office. I did that the other day. Was I saying? It has been nice having this, don't get me wrong, because like you can close both of the doors and it's just like unseen kind of thing. But you know, again, no house is perfect. Oh, this stuff back here, if you're wondering, this is all leftover IVF stuff, which I need to filter through because a lot of it's probably expired or going to expire. And with my back, I just don't know when or if that's going to ever happen. I think I've mentioned before, we have like 4 embryos still left that are stored in, I don't know, I think it's on the East Coast, somewhere on the East Coast in Florida. And yeah, so they had to get, long story short, they had to get stored there versus here, because I know some of y'all are wondering, wait, you live on the West Coast. So our IVF place that we went to is no longer in business, not because of like wrongdoings or anything, but they decided to close that location, and all of the doctors went to a bigger firm. So it used to be USF IVF. It was based out of like the Tampa General Hospital area, and now they went with Shady Grove Infertility, and we haven't even gone that route to see if we want to still continue with that doctor that we had before at Shady Grove, because we've heard some good things and some not so good things about Shady Grove. So again, it's all sort of up in the air just because of not knowing what's going on with my back. So if things don't continue, obviously we need to make a choice what to do with those 4 embryos, because it just breaks my heart to have them just sitting there being like stored. There are babies, and I have like a really hard time donating them to somebody else, especially if they end up working for someone else. Like, that's really hard. So again, I don't want to get into that. I keep talking about it, but this was behind me, and I'm sure some of y'all are like, what is that back there? So anyways, so right now I'm just trying to pack up the decorations. If there's anything that I want to try to sell, like at a yard sale or something before we go, I'm sort of making like a pile for that. It's a blessing and a curse. Obviously it's a curse to be in pain every single day, but it's a blessing that I'm at least able to start the packing process a lot sooner versus having to like rush a couple weeks before we move in kind of thing. I better put the camera down because now it's almost 1:45 and I'm down, not 1:45, it's almost 12:45, and I said I wanted to be done with this by 1:30, so down to 45 minutes. Status update, I got 2 boxes done. These 2 to go. This one's almost finished. I'm just in the process of demantling this and putting it in this box, and then I'll have only 2 to go. So let's get this unmantled and put in the box, and 3rd one will be done. All right, that is in the box. I'm gonna tape this bad boy up, and I'll be down to only 2 to go. All right, I am done with these 5 boxes. All right, so first thing, it's not gonna really look like a lot, but I did pack up all of my pins, and all of the command strips came down perfectly, so no damage to the walls. I did clear out this little section here. There are some things that were there. I'm deciding if I want to keep the popcorn boxes and that. Sometimes I just feel like we collect so much that we just, I don't know, don't really need it. And then back here, this is probably where you can see the most progress. I had a bunch of stuff on here, which some of it's sitting on there now, but I took a lot of that stuff down and packed that up. And some of this stuff, like the Starbucks mugs, that's going to be super quick for me to do because I actually have all of the boxes still from each of them. So that's going to be really easy to throw in a box eventually. I did get some things off of here, and then books and stuff off of these 3 shelves here. So definitely made some progress. It still looks like a heck of a lot of stuff to still pack, but I think tomorrow I can get most of these last bits of decorations done through back here, and then decide on this stuff here. I have a little bit of decorations over here too, so that's going to be my goal tomorrow, is to get that done. That way I'll have lots of space to sort of organize things a little bit better for what's going to be office and what's going to the craft room, and then continue boxing stuff up. Just sitting here doing some editing in the craft room, and I'm having a little treat this afternoon. This is from the place that we stopped at in Tennessee, Philadelphia, Tennessee, at Sweetwater Valley Farm. We got a box of macarons, and I have one more left. I'm trying to open it with just one hand. Of course it's down there. Let's just go like that. This one is the blueberry. We had 6 others that we split together. We each had 3. This was my last one, and I must say it's really delicious. As I drop some of it, hence why I'm using the container since it's the last one. But I like there's like a little bit of like, I don't know, it's almost like a salt on top of there. Either way, it's delicious. Hey y'all, so it's many hours later. It's actually 8:30 going on 9 o'clock at night. I had dinner about 2 hours ago when Brad came home for his break. It was around like 6:30, and cleaned up the kitchen, loaded the dishwasher, about to go run that. And yeah, so it's been a day. I've definitely gotten some things done. Brad was able to help me take out the couple boxes that I couldn't lift. So the boxes that were there and the boxes that were down below me here are all now in the garage. So that is done, and I feel good that I got that out of the way. So I think I'm gonna call it a night.